Oh, hey, good morning, my friends. This is Frederick here, and just wanted to say good morning. And hey, check out my new hat today. Try and go up there slowly. Can you guys see that? It's kind of an important message there. Can you imagine what this world would be like if we all loved our neighbor? Like, not just to put a feather in your cap, so to speak. But can you imagine if we genuinely loved one another? Man, I tell you what, it'd make a difference, I think, with all the fighting, the world wars, and you know, it's hard to fight when you're loving. It's too bad that what we see on a global scale happens right in our own relationships, in our own houses, in our own homes. I'm kind of sick right now. I'm stuffed up, and yesterday I didn't get to make as many videos as I wanted to, um, just because I wasn't feeling so good. But it's like I let how I was feeling physically, affect the relationships around me, and I think that's something that we all do, but it doesn't make it right. Like if we're supposed to be in control of our emotions and be able to, you know, make a choice on how we want to respond. Well, yesterday things didn't go my own way, and I got upset. I was looking at my credit card debt, and I was talking to somebody I love, and I was like, maybe we should put this money down on the credit card, and then we can purchase something that we need right now, and it'll make a difference later on down the road. And you know what? The thing is, you'll always be able to justify going into debt more. And I was wondering, because I used to be a strong advocate for do what you can with what you've got wherever you are. And I couldn't even take my own advice yesterday because I was getting upset because I went on YouTube and I watched, maybe for the first time I seen really like how good some videos are out there. And there's some really cool things. I mean, you can go to Shaytards. They're a family down in the States, and they've been on YouTube forever, and you can just see how much fun and joy they have living life, and that brings joy and a blessing into my life when I get to watch them. And I watched this other guy. I subscribed to him, Casey Nyquist or something, and like this guy just loves life, travels around the world making movies and doing all kinds of things and records stuff and puts it online. And then I learned from other websites on how to do better YouTube channels. And then I looked at mine and I got all critical and I didn't like it. And I thought, you idiot, what are you doing trying to vlog, trying to go on YouTube? You don't even have a decent camera. All I have is this laptop. And I can't even take my own advice to do what I can with what I got right here where I'm at. So that was convicting yesterday. And today I owe some apologies. And that's okay, because every day we live, we're going to learn. And you have a choice whether or not you grow. It's one thing to give advice. It's another thing to benefit from advice given to you. So, I'm going to make my apologies today because I'm going to use this laptop until I start to make some income. I think it's only a matter of time because I believe this is part of my destiny, part of my calling, is my passion to be the world's greatest storyteller. I'm serious. I talked about that in a video yesterday. I don't think it's arrogant if it's true and you have a goal. And man, I want to learn to tell stories. And I'm telling a story every day by coming online and vlogging. And, it's one thing to get out and read a book and read a story. That's cool. But I want my life to be telling a story as people get to join and watch every day how I'm learning and growing and living life. And it's my hope and dream that other people would get excited about living life. I talk about this channel being called RUAH, 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 the breath of life, the breath of God, and if I'm going to be a life giver, somebody who breathes life into the life of other people, then it has to start with me, right? It has to start in the mirror. I need the creator of the universe. I need God. I need life to be breathed into me so that I can breathe life into others. Ruha. Sometimes it sounds like Ruha, but it's Ruah. And it's with this YouTube channel and the RUAH community. RUAH-Nation is going to grow. I can see a year, 2 years down the road. Maybe it'll happen sooner. I don't know. And frankly, I'm doing this for the love of it. It don't matter if this doesn't come to a financial blessing, because I believe financial blessing is going to come some way, because the universe is getting out of my way. I'm pursuing passions and goals. Like I said, I'm taking acting classes and theater, and I'm getting an agent, and I'm just trying to do whatever I can. Knock, knock, knock. You got to knock on doors. Most of the time you don't have things in this life because you don't ask for them. You don't talk to the big guy upstairs. Denzel Washington said, I hope when you go to bed at night, you put your slippers far under the bed so that in the morning you gotta get down on your knees. Yeah, brother, get down on your knees and put those suckers on, and you thank the big guy upstairs. Because really, man, you're not meant to live life alone. I've been in a state of despair and loneliness, and man, I've got issues that we can talk about that are just really heavy, but I don't want to just jump into them right now because I don't know what other people want to talk about. So I'm waiting for the community of, RUAH, the RUAH-Nation to grow, and I'll start to respond depending what other people's needs are too. So in the meantime, I'm still going to keep making videos with this laptop, and I'm hoping and praying for a camera. And today's a new day. I think it's February 11th. Happy birthday to my stepdad. And you guys just remember this little story that I'm going to give you. There was a... Where does this come from? I don't even know where it comes from, so I'm not taking credit for it. It goes like this. I'm the only one. But still, I am one. I cannot do everything. But still, I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. My friends, we'll close it off this morning's coffee with this little story. On the street, I saw this little girl, cold and shivering, no jacket, no blanket, just really a sad picture, And she's in this little tiny dress and no hope of a decent meal, no hope for a better life. And I got angry. I got on my knees and talked to the big man upstairs, and I got angry with them, say, why don't you do something about this? Why can't you help that little girl, frozen and cold? For a while, God didn't say anything. He was silent. God said nothing. And that night, when I spent some time on my knees listening for an answer to the prayer, God did reply. And it really, when he talked, it came quite suddenly. He said, I certainly did do something about it, Frederick. I created you. blew my mind. And I think that for many of us, we look into this broken, hurting, suffering world. We see all this death and chaos, filth, destruction, greed, and we want to get upset and blame somebody, point our finger and say, God, why did you allow this to happen? And yet, God says, there may be brokenness in the world. It wasn't part of my plan, but I did do something about it. I did make a way, and I did make people to be hands and feet of goodness, of things that are pure and honest and trustworthy. And, the hurt in this world is devastating. But God created you, my friend, to make a difference. And if you make a difference for just one person today, that has made the world better than it was yesterday. Do you understand that? By you influencing one person's life today, the world will be better today than it was yesterday. All right, my friends, I'm going to sign off. God bless you. God love you. Remember to go online and sign up RUAH-Nation.